What's up, family? Welcome to this video. You guys see I got my new whiteboard out right here. This is the first video that I'm using this. And the theme of today's video, you'll already see written here, is about voice activation and singing codes. And I felt inspired to share this video right now because I know a lot of you guys are interested in opening up your voices, opening up your singing, your expression, your throat chakra, and to develop a deeper connection to your own voice and your own bodies as well. And so I've been on this path for quite a long time now, being an artist, being a musician. I've studied singing, I've practiced since around 17 years old. I've been studying, practicing, working with my own voice. So there's some things that I've learned along the way, and I thought I'd make this video today to share with you guys the things that I've learned about singing, the most important codes and keys to really open up, to unlock, and to activate your expression through your own voice. And so to start with, let's relax. Just take a deep breath. And the reason we are starting in that way is because the first code, the first key that I want to share with you guys when it comes to singing is this. Breath. This is the most important thing. When it comes to singing, our breath is the foundation, you know? We fill our lungs with air, we breathe in, and then that air, we come out, it goes through and it vibrates our vocal cords, creating that tone, and that's how we sing. So we need breath to sing. We need breath to be alive, of course, it's a foundation of our existence. And so it's also the foundation of singing. And when it comes to the breath, the most important thing is really to relax and see if you can breathe a bit deeper into your stomach. For me, this has been the most helpful thing when it comes to singing, because what we need to understand, look at this illustration. This is a person and this is a stomach right here. When we breathe into our stomach, we breathe deeper into our body, and some of us, we might feel tension in that area when we breathe. Then it's good to just go slowly and just feel what works with your body, but trying to bring the breath a little bit deeper, it creates space for the diaphragm. So you guys that don't know, the diaphragm is this muscle. It's around this area here. This is the chest, this is the stomach. And we have a muscle, it's right here under our ribs. So like under our lungs, under our ribs here, there's this muscle, long muscle that extends all the way in that solar plexus area, and it's called the diaphragm. And when we sing, we need the support of the diaphragm so that the air in our lungs can be sustained for a note. If we didn't have support of the diaphragm, we would lose all of our air out. It would be like, something like this. But then when we use the support of the diaphragm, it's kind of like breathing into your stomach, and then this area you feel like around the solar plexus, you kind of try to bring it a bit down, and then I'm envisioning almost like my lungs going down, my diaphragm going down, and that helps me sustain the note. Then I don't, the note withers away. If we're tense, we're not creating space there, and then it helps to sustain it is when we kind of focus. Like almost, one of my vocal teachers she said, you can imagine that you're inhaling as you are producing the note. So you can kind of imagine that you're still filling your body with air, with opening, as you're even projecting out a note. And that's really the support of the diaphragm there. This is not something to over conceptualize or overthink. Don't get lost in your mind when it comes to singing. These are just tips that help you on the path, but you don't need to be conscious the whole time of your stomach, your diaphragm, your lungs, your vocal cords. Singing is also a deeply spiritual practice, and so it's very important to focus our mind to the things that will support us to be in the best state to sing in a good way. And that leads us to the next point. So after the breath, another very important thing when it comes to singing is this. Our intention. What's your intention for singing? So when it comes to intention, it's only you that can know what is your intention. It's so different for each and every one of us, and don't let anybody else's intentions or ideas distort your own intention, because you might have a completely unique, authentic intention for why you want to sing that maybe nobody else can understand, but that's not meant to stop you to explore that intention. And it might be an intention that a lot of people have. You know, most of us, we actually do share the same intentions when it comes to singing. It's about expressing ourselves, it's about joy, it's about that good feeling just in the body, for the nervous system, for our whole physical bodies. Singing has a lot of benefits, and I'll get into that a bit later in the details here. So thinking about our intention is good, because that will also help us see the positive impact that this practice of singing can have on our lives. It's different, like I say, for every one of us is not going to be the same, but just thinking about what is your intention for singing, why do you sing, what is the most fulfilling part of singing for you. These are all things that help you with your intention. You can also think about what would I like to get better at, or what would I like to improve in my own singing. That can be part of the intention. Because understand this, singing is not a journey where you just open up your voice and you made it there and it's done and it's perfect and you'll just sing perfectly forever. No, it's just like life. It's a continuous journey, and we're always learning more, we're always evolving, we're continuously letting go of certain parts of ourselves, activating other parts. And so the same thing goes with the voice and with our own journey of singing. It's constant evolution, so your intention, it might change from day to day, from month to month, from year to year. You guys see me moving back a bit, I got a few notes here on the screen as well. So our intention, like I said, it's good to ask yourself. You can even write this down. If you guys don't already have a pen and a notebook for this class, I highly recommend you get one. So, why do I sing? Then we have, what is the most fulfilling part of singing for me? And lastly, what would I like to improve or grow and learn more? So, why do you sing? Ask yourself this. It's an invitation right now. If not now, when? What is the most fulfilling part of singing for you? What brings you the most joy about singing? What is the good things about it? And then, what would I like to improve? What areas would you love to grow in? Would you like to learn something more? Would you like to open up? Whether that be your confidence, whether that be your pitch range, whether that be going deeper, whether that be overtone singing or Mongolian throat singing that you want to activate. It can be anything. Ask yourself. Okay, so the next segment of this class today is called vibration and resonance. So vibration and resonance. Hey, we on a vibe, yeah, we on a vibe. What's the vibes, yeah, what's the vibes? It's a new vibe right now, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so vibration and resonance, guys. The first thing that I want to tell you, that this is a code that I received myself. I can't remember, a year or two ago or something, I realized this, and this is the code. So look at your own body and see how your neck is this area right here. It's the area that connects your head and the rest of your body. And when we sing, we have these vocal cords right inside of here. And the vocal cords, they kind of look like this. They're like, this is the throat. I know what you guys are thinking. It looks like something else as well. That's another topic. You guys can talk with my friend Elena Rose. She's an amazing vocal coach as well. You can talk with her about that. But so, if you guys can see this, let's zoom in a little bit. The vocal cords look like this. This is your neck and your throat right here. The vocal cords, they're like this. And then what happens, of course there's more detail to it, I'm giving you a simple illustration. They vibrate, they go together like this. So the air from our lungs, it comes up, and our vocal cords, they go really, really fast in this type of motion. That's what's happening. Okay, now that you understand that, then think, okay, your brain is right here inside of your head, and all the nerves that connect to every single part in your body, the ones that go out your arms, into your fingers, the one that go into all your organs, down your legs, into your toes, every single one of those nerves has to travel through the neck, this area right here, to reach the brain. And so, to be processed in the brain, there are signals being sent from the entire nervous system in the body up to the brain, and the brain is sending signals down to the entire nervous system. They all travel through this pathway right here. Okay, we understand that. Now, when we create a vibration, when we vibrate our vocal cords that are right here in this pathway, that vibration, it happens on a physical level. You know, and sound, it's actually a physical thing. I go deeper into this in another video, but maybe later in this one if I'm feeling like it. You can feel it if you just talk or you sing and you have your hands on your throat. You feel that your whole neck is actually vibrating. This means that the vibration that your voice produces impacts your entire nervous system. And because it goes into every single nerve in between the brain and the whole body, the voice, it vibrates it. And they've done studies on practices of humming, and chanting, mantra singing, toning, all sorts of things, and they've measured the effects on our bodies. And it's amazing to see that the voice has the capacity and the potential to create significant change within our physical bodies. And this is on a nervous system level, and that of course will influence also our circulation, our digestion, you know, all the functions of the circulatory systems in our body, everything. With our own voice, we have the potential to harmonize and align that. So, okay, that's a bit on vibration, you know, we vibrate the voice. Of course, vibration and resonance, these are very deep topics that we can go into. But I'm gonna look here. When it comes to resonance in the voice, we can direct the voice to different parts in our bodies as well. And we all know how it feels when we speak from different parts in our body. When we're confident, we might feel like we're speaking from a deeper place, maybe like all the way down in our stomach, that we feel grounded and our voice is relaxed, is deep, and it just gets across in a clear way. But when we're stressed up, our stomach might be locked and we might be speaking a bit more from like our chest, our shoulders and our neck area. And then our voice might get a bit more high pitched and we might be a little bit more, you know, fast paced in the way that we speak and stuff like this, you know. So back to the breath, relaxation, that's the way to do it. But the point that I'm bringing up here is also that we can direct our voices to resonate in different parts of our bodies. And we do this through different vowel sounds, through different pitches, and also really our own intention. And so you can try it. You can hold your heart and maybe tone a Feel the vibration in your heart. Then maybe you do like a ooh, ooh, ee, like a primal sound. If you know how to throat sing, or if you just you can feel the vibration all the way into your stomach. And then if you go if you sing higher notes like this, you can feel the vibration in your head. And so this is something for you guys to explore. You know, you guys that know me, I'm all about these weird noises and sounds and using the voice in fun and creative ways. That's also why I'm saying relax. It doesn't have to be so serious. I know a lot of you guys had experiences of either parents or teachers or somebody saying, be quiet, you know, don't sing, don't be so loud. And these things, they stay with us as impressions. Oh, I'm not safe to use my voice, you know. But that's gone, that's done, you know, and now is an opportunity, it's an invitation to explore it. You know, you're free and you can get to know your own voice. Try making weird sounds, see what you can do. I sometimes do exercises with people, and you guys can try this right here. So these are warm-up exercises for the voice. The first one you do you're doing like a with the lips, and then you're sliding your tone up and down. It's really fun to do this with groups. Then the next one you do you do an R type of sound. I know some of you English, you got United people from the US and different places, you don't have this letter in your alphabet, so maybe it's a bit more tricky for you. For us Icelandic people, also for Spanish people and other people, we got the R, so we know how to do it. Even just the vibration of the tongue inside of the mouth like that, you can feel how, because it hits the roof of your mouth, there's a certain effect. It opens up a bit for the cavities in your head, And the last one is a imagining you have some water in your throat and then you're doing like a gargling. So these exercises are designed to really open up the voice, and that's why you feel the effect. They like really vibrate the throat, the mouth, and this whole area. So, okay, that's vibration and resonance. You know, of course, there are deeper spiritual codes as well in the vibration and resonance of opening up your voice that I won't go so deep into in this video, because this is a bit more fundamental, basic things. But you guys just already know this, the vibration of a song, you know, it can resonate with you or it doesn't resonate with you. You know, some music we love, some we don't like. And it might resonate in a certain moment and not in another moment, depending on the context as well. So it's just good to be aware, you know, of what vibration are you creating, and also to be aware of what does it resonate to, you know. For example, we talked about intention earlier. If you're singing, you can have an intention of creating harmony, well-being, balance, and health for yourself. And then the type of expression that you will offer in that moment will be probably something harmonious, something beautiful, something gentle. It doesn't have to be, of course, there's no rules, but it will be something that aligns with that intention. And then people that share that intention, they may resonate with that music. You know, other people, they have an intention in their music, like to get out these feelings of like anger or frustration, or you know, a lot of people, they don't have an intention, but they are just maybe perpetuating feelings of loneliness, sadness. I used to be like that when I was making music to start with. All that I would sing about would be girls that I was heartbroken over, and loneliness and depression and things like this. And so there are no rules, there's no right and wrong, but thinking about your intention will help you clarify what vibration you put into your voice, and then it will also impact on what level that resonates and with who it resonates. So you guys, you know what I'm talking about. All right, the next segment here is this right here. I'm switching up the colors. I hope you guys can see well here on the whiteboard. Health. So the health of our voice is directly connected to the overall health of us, you know, to our own state of health and well-being in our bodies and in our minds. And so our vocal cords, our diaphragm, our lungs, you know, our mouth, all of these organs that work for us to be able to sing, it's important that we keep them healthy, you know. And how we do this is really by just aligning ourselves with the basic principles of health and well-being, you know, keeping a clear diet, clean diet, nutritious diet, making sure to have exercise, making sure that we're keeping ourselves pure, that we're keeping ourselves clean. Because if we have inflammation in the body, or we have, you know, too much mucus production in the body or whatever, it's gonna show up in our voice, and you can hear it, you know. You really hear a difference in the voice of a healthy person and a sick person. And so it's important that we take care of our health if we want to have a healthy voice. It's extremely important. And so it's really a lot about purity there, you know, keeping our bodies pure, keeping our thoughts and minds pure. That's also highly important, because our bodies, they are really influenced a lot by our minds. So keeping pure thoughts is going to help us to have pure practices from the day-to-day. In the day-to-day life, you know, whether that be going outside into nature, breathing fresh air in the forest, going to the beach, whether that be hitting the gym, sweating a bit, hitting the sauna, you know, it can be anything, going out, stretching, doing yoga, all of this stuff, it helps when it comes to the voice. So I wanted to ask you guys these two questions. And yeah, like I said, inflammation and also toxicity in the body, they both show up in the voice. So always purifying ourselves, eating clean, eating natural, eating organic, nutrient-dense foods, they're gonna support you to create the best conditions for your voice to flourish. So the reflections I wanted to ask for you is this. What habits in your life are contributing to your well-being and health? So think about it. What habits do you already have that are positive habits? Things that are already contributing to your well-being and your health. Just reflect on it and see what comes for you. You know, it can be anything, but it's just to bring awareness to those areas where you're already doing good things, and then, you know, bringing more focus towards them to strengthen those habits and keep them there. So this is something that's just always good to see, you know, what are you already doing that's helping you? And then the next question is, what habits in your life, are lowering your energy and create fatigue and stress? So what habits in your life are lowering your energy and are creating fatigue and stress in yourself? And this is where you got to get real with yourself, you know. The path of opening the voice is a very intimate and it's a very deep path, and it requires us to really get true and honest with ourselves and see what are the areas in your life that you are consciously or unconsciously taking actions or having habits that are causing your energy to be lowered down. This could be poor diet, it could be staying up too much late on the phone or Netflix or some shit. It could be negative relationships around you. It could be watching too much news. You know, it could be environments that you're visiting that are not helpful for you. It could be addictions as well. Candy addiction or something that's not good for the voice. And yeah, so this is for you to really reflect, okay. And you guys are listening to me, but really think about it, you know, think about it for real. Like, what are you doing in your life that is lowering your energy? And then see, is there a way that you can release that, let that go? You know, and that's where coming back to our intentions, it's so important. If you have an intention to live a harmonious, joyful, healthy, abundant life, you will see that to become a person that lives in that way, you will have to let go of those habits of lower energies and of lower nature that keep you down, that keep you stuck, and yeah, that lower your energy and lower your state of health. So this, you guys, you already know what it is. but it's about making the change, you know? You gotta make the change. And then you gotta be willing to let go. I was watching this video earlier today, and he was saying that a lot of us, you know, we think about how does our dream life look, or what are our goals, our dreams that we want to envision, but we sometimes forget about the things that will not be a part of that maybe are already a part of your life now. So that could be relationships that we need to let go of, habits that we need to let go of, patterns of thought and beliefs that we need to let go of. Okay, we're coming close here, family. We're half an hour deep into this video. The next one, emotions and state of being. Emotions and state of being. So this is a code about singing. You guys know it, the voice is a very emotional thing, you know? And that can be the whole spectrum, the entire spectrum of emotions. You know, we can express joy, happiness, and playfulness through the voice. And we can also express, you know, deep grief, deep pain or sadness. Anything that we're going through, you know, it goes the whole spectrum. And singing, it can really help us to process our emotions and express them. And that's also how we release them. And in the body, you know, emotions can get stuck. You guys that are into massage therapy and many other things will know this, you know, the body stores emotions. And with the voice, we can give an outlet for emotions to be expressed, and we can give them a voice, you know, they can be heard. Whatever it may be, it could be happiness, it could be something super light, but it can also be a deep process. It can also be something, you know, that might have been stuck for a long time. But with our voice, we can allow ourselves to express those emotions, and it's good. Like, I recommend just going out in the forest, going out in nature, somewhere where no one will hear you, and just start exploring your voice. Like, if you need to scream, if you need to yell, if you need to like tone up all the way there, or go primal, you know, into some sounds, just do it, because those vibrations on those different spectrums, they really can release things in the body. I'm telling you guys, the voice, you really can release things in your body like that and open up. Again, it always comes back to the breath. And my practice that I recommend, you know, if you get out like that, you don't need to be out in the forest. You can be, if you're safe in your home or wherever. My practice is really to breathe deep and then feel whatever is there, and then make the sound that most naturally comes out. And to start with, a lot of the time it's like letting go of a bit of some stress or something. Or if there's any weight that you've been holding on to, you can feel like just a few deep breaths and making a sound, it can really change your state of being. And if you stay with this practice, even just for a few minutes, continue to breathe deep and then making whatever sound naturally wants to come, you'll feel a whole spectrum. Maybe you'll start with a bit some tension that just needed to be released. Then maybe you'll feel just this well-being and peace. Then all of a sudden you might breathe and you feel, oh, there's anger there or frustration, and then some sounds might come in. Then maybe you breathe in and you just feel confidence, or you feel love, and you're just like just vibrating pure frequencies out. You can feel the whole spectrum there. But the point of what I'm saying is really that singing, it can alter your state of being. And I already talked about how it happens on a physiological level with the nervous system, with the different chemicals and things that are flowing in our bloodstream, all of this, but also on a mental and spiritual level, singing, it can really help us to achieve states of mindfulness, of presence, of spiritual perception. And that's why there are, sacred mantras and chanting practices that some of them are connected to the energy centers, the chakras in the body. Some of them are connected to other things. They can be connected to certain deities or certain energies, but all of them, these practices, they have a certain intention behind them. And depending on which practice you're doing, you're going to achieve a different result. But you can also create your own practice. The point of all of this that I'm saying is that we can use the voice as a vehicle to alter our state of being. And we can always do this because our voice is always accessible to us. Whether we're driving in the car, walking down the street, sitting at home, working, with friends, with family, anywhere, you always have access to your voice. And we can use it in positive ways. You know the feeling when you feel good. You're maybe walking down the street on a sunny day and either you're whistling or you're singing something, hey, 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 just because you're feeling happy and good. But this can be reverse engineered, where you can start to sing a happy song and you will begin to feel happy, And that's where, the ceremonial approach with music in ceremonies is used, by indigenous tribes all around the planet, by spiritual communities all around the planet. All types of people, music is used and singing is used to magnify, positive intentions and positive states of being. So this is something just to be aware of. It's really good to know. All right. And also, let me know in the comments, guys, how you like this video. If you guys have any questions, if there's something that you are curious to know more about, that you want to understand deeper, just send me a message. But leave a comment and let me know what you think. And leave a like as well. And share the video with anybody if you guys think people are going to like it. So I'm going to bring a few more points in here. Okay, the next one is about... Okay, this is actually, it's the last one. Do you guys see this? Creativity. And I'll add and exploration. Creativity and exploration. So you guys know we use our voice. It's not only tones and frequencies, but it's words as well. So our own voice is very powerful in the way that we are constantly casting spells. And our words are spells that we cast, and they have an effect. And then we as creative beings, as free souls here walking the earth, have the opportunity and the freedom to use this incredible instrument that we have, the instrument of our voice mixed with the technology of words, to create and explore. And this can be anything that we want. If you're writing your own song, you can literally write about anything. If you're creating your own melody, that melody can be any melody in the world. And the best way I found to really create something that is good is by exploring. And exploration, it only comes when you relax. I mean, it's possible to explore something with the voice and not be relaxed, but to be honest, it's best to try to relax. And what we need to do when we explore is we need to let go of the idea of a certain thing having to come through or it having to sound a certain way. When we explore, we're just freely exploring, you know? And that means sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we sing something that doesn't sound good. And that's part of it, that's okay. But we never are gonna find a good idea if we don't allow ourselves to first open up and explore whatever is there. And sometimes it comes right away, you know? Sometimes we just start singing and it sounds great, you know? But also a lot of the time we have to go through some, you know, ideas, some explorations that maybe weren't the best, but they led us to a point where we found something great, where we found something that sounds amazing or something that we love and resonate with. And so allowing ourselves to explore with the voice, this is again what I was saying, you know, just go out, try something, whether it be musical or completely experimental, you know, it's up to you. But really the point that I'm making here is about allowing yourself to freely explore your own voice and bring your intention also into that exploration. You know, whatever is your intention, like I said, it can be different from day to day, from moment to moment, but think about an intention and then just start exploring out from that intention. You can get really creative with it, like you can really take it in different directions. Allow yourself to use your imagination is highly important. So this was the last point about creativity and exploration. So I'm gonna leave it at this for today's video. I hope this helped you. Like I said earlier, if you guys have any questions, leave them down right here in the comments. I appreciate you dropping in to my channel here, watching the video. Thank you, family. Sending a blessing out to all of you.